All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we've got a really critical briefing for you. We're diving into something that's moving so fast, most businesses can't even keep up. The security of the very AI models you're starting to build your operations around.
So let's just start with the most important question you should be asking right now. Because while we're all, laser focused on the incredible things AI can do, there's a hidden world of threats popping up right alongside it, and it's evolving like crazy.
And look, this isn't some what-if scenario. The data is crystal clear. The latest, most sophisticated tests show that even the biggest names in the game, OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, their top models are all vulnerable. I want to be really clear here. Not kind of secure, we're talking vulnerable.
Okay, so here's how we're going to break this all down for you. First, we'll look at why these things are so vulnerable. Then we'll get into the specific business risks, what this actually means for you. We'll look at the tools attackers are using, see how the big models held up, and then, most importantly, we'll finish with a real action plan for you and your team.
All right, first up, let's get to the heart of the issue here. You see, when you adopt AI, you're not just plugging in a new tool. You're actually opening the door to a completely new type of threat. And your existing security playbook, it's probably not ready for what's coming.
So to really wrap our heads around this, let's use a super simple framework. We just need to understand two things. First is the what. That's the attack scenario. Think of it as what the attacker is actually trying to achieve. And second is the how, the attack algorithm. That's the technical trick they use to pull it off, the what and the how.
So let's dive into the what first. We're talking about attack scenarios. And these aren't just abstract tech problems. Nope. Every single one of these connects directly to a serious business risk. This is the part that should really make every executive sit up and pay attention.
Okay, what's so powerful here is how this table turns all that techie-sounding stuff into real boardroom problems. Prompt injection isn't just a fancy term. It means someone could hijack your customer-facing chatbot. Data extraction means they could steal your secret sauce, your IP, right through the AI. And things like jailbreaking or generating harmful content, that can trash your brand and land you in serious legal hot water. These are the real-world stakes.
Okay, so that was the what. Now let's get into the how. And we're not talking about simple little tricks here. Attackers are now using incredibly sophisticated algorithms to find weaknesses, often by making AIs fight each other. And they're doing it with, honestly, terrifying efficiency. So take something called the pair algorithm, for example. Think of this like an AI that's built to attack another AI. It's basically an automated red teaming system. It will throw thousands of attacks at your model, and it learns from every single failure, tweaking its approach until it finally breaks through. The scary part? It just keeps going, and a human doesn't even need to be there.
And if you thought that was sophisticated, well, an algorithm called TAP takes it to a whole other level. Instead of trying just one attack at a time, imagine it exploring thousands of different ways to attack all at once, like a tree with countless branches. It intelligently figures out which paths are working and cuts off the ones that aren't. In the test we're looking at, this one was a real monster.
Some of these attacks are basically social engineering, but for AIs. The Crescendo attack is a perfect example. It's kind of like a con artist. It starts out all innocent, asking a simple question to build a little trust. Then it asks a slightly more specific question. And it slowly builds this conversation, lowering the AI's defenses, until, bam, it hits it with a malicious request.
And then you have attacks that are just, wow, they're incredibly clever. It's called art prompt, and it gets around security filters in a really sneaky way. It disguises a forbidden word like bomb inside a simple picture made out of text. The security filter just sees a harmless little picture, right? But the powerful language model underneath it, it sees the hidden word. It's brilliant, and it's dangerous.
Okay, so we've talked about the what, the business risks, and the how, the tools attackers are using. So now for the big question, right? How do the world's best models actually stack up against all this? Let's look at the numbers.
And honestly, the results are pretty sobering. These are the attack success rates. For GPT-5, these automated attacks got through 86% of the time. Think about that, 86%. For Claude Opus, it was 57%. And even for the best performer here, Gemini 3.1 Pro, attackers still broke through more than a third of the time. Let's boil this all down to one single number. Across all these top models, their defenses only worked 38% of the time. Let me say that again. They only worked 38% of the time. That means the bad guys are getting through 62% of the time. Right now, the attacks are winning. Period. So, this all leads to the most important part of our chat today. What do you, as a leader, actually do about all this?
This isn't about panicking and stopping AI. It's about being smart and managing the risk. It is absolutely time to go from just being aware to taking action. If you take away just one thing from this briefing, please let it be this. You have to stop thinking about AI security as just another problem for the IT department. It's not. It's now a core business risk, plain and simple, and it needs the same level of attention from leadership as you give to financial or operational risk.
So what can you do? Here are the 4 questions you need to be asking in your very next leadership meeting. First, are we actually treating AI vulnerabilities like a real corporate risk? Is it in our framework? Second, who's in charge of this stuff? Who owns AI security and testing? Third, go to your vendors and ask them hard questions. What are you doing about these specific attacks? And finally, what's our plan for when, and I mean when, not if, a breach happens?
Look, AI is moving at lightning speed, and the opportunities are absolutely massive. Nobody's denying that. But what this data clearly shows is that the threats are moving just as fast. So the question I want to leave you with is this. Your organization is jumping into AI. Are you prepared for the risks that come with it?